Hi there, I'm Cumron Ashtiani from Midway Studios Newcastle, and this is Wheelman. We've got about 10 hours of gameplay in the main story arc, and then there's about another 20 hours in the side missions. So if you think of it as being like, you've got your main story arc, you're obviously playing as Milo as an undercover agent, but there are also other things you can do in the city. So we've got things like The Fugitive, which is where basically everyone is just trying to kill you, and you just need to do whatever you can to stay alive for like 3 minutes. So in this particular scene, this guy is called Sorin, and he's the Romanian gang boss. So he basically is asking Milo to capture this guy who is essentially an informant. So he's worried that this informant is going to start telling other gangs about his business or start telling the cops about his business. So he wants you to go and capture him before he'll do something for you.
Are there any other famous actors involved in the project, or it's just Vin?
I think it's mainly Vin for this one. We've obviously got some great voice actors, but they're more like known for their voice acting rather than their acting on TV. I think it's quite a different skill doing voice acting for CG or games, if you know what I mean. That's a skill on its own. If I can show you one of our special moves, which is the car jack, the air jack as it's known. So if you see, I'm sneaking up on this vehicle, and I can simply jump between vehicles, which pretty much in any open world game, you have to get out of the car, go and get another car, figure out all that out on foot, which slows the mission flow down. Because Wheelman is about the driving, we really needed a mechanic where we could just jump from vehicle to vehicle and very quickly use these vehicles as like disposable weapons. So it doesn't matter about the car, you're not collecting the cars as trophies, you're essentially just using them as a weapon. You can also see in this mission down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, that's what we call the focus meter. And basically, as you're driving like a madman, you sort of gain it as like a currency. So you can then use that focus power that you built up to do special moves. So if you look at this now, I can do a boost, so I can turbo boost the car. And you can see the gauge is going down because I'm using up that power. And now the power's finished. And that power pretty much drives most of our super moves in the game. Obviously, you get the melee combat for free. That's available to you all the time. So I'm obviously now going to go into this on-foot mission we've got here. So the controls are incredibly accessible. You've got left trigger, you've got auto aim by pressing the left trigger all the way down, and you've got manual aim by pressing it halfway down. So depending on how skilled you are, you can decide how you might want to do this. So I might just want to take him out with a headshot because I've obviously played this game a lot. But if you want to just auto aim, that's fine. So this is going to be more difficult now. Got to wait for this guy to reload using this cover object. So now I've got to make my escape with Benito in the car. So at this point, all the gangs are going to basically come after me. It's not as easy as just driving in there and trying to take these guys out. Now I've got to actually try and defend myself, and I'll show you some more of the vehicle combat we've got. So you can see I can also fire out of the window of the car. So these guys are going to try and take me out, and I can aim at them and try and take them out. Just wipe that car out. You can use the environment to create vehicle deaths by wiping the cars out. So you see this guy. So you see I can crash him against the environment to destroy his car. We've also got all different classes of vehicles. So we've got motorbikes, we've got cars, we've got small cars like Fiat 500s. We've got trucks, we've got vans. So in one of our missions, you can actually drive a truck through Barcelona and pretty much just completely destroy everything, which is a pretty cool mission. So I wiped him out. This is going to take us through a mechanic called the aim shot. So this is where you go into first person and actually can shoot through the windscreen and pick out certain elements on the cars. So if you see here, I just have to aim, take out the vehicles. Now because this is an introduction, it's a very easy example, but in some of them you might have 5 different targets and you have to hit 5 different targets at once during the time you've got to do the aim shot. So another move I've got is the Cyclone, which is where I can spin the car around 180 degrees and then start taking people out. So I can destroy, shoot that driver, spin round, pull the handbrake. It's all driven from the focus meter in the bottom left-hand corner, so you can see as that charges up. Now I can do a Cyclone move. Benito also ducks out of the way if you try and fire out of that window.